more, say no more, say no more. I got 1,000, you don't. I got 1,000, you don't. Shoot it.
I want that strip club money. I'm going to strip club tonight.
I got 1,000, you don't.
Wanna hear my old shit? Buy my old albums. If you really love it, why I only sold thousands? By the grace of God, I made it out of housing. But I'm still Coney out styling. Wild as a stallion and cocky. Had to go Rambo to get my wrist rocky.
Poppin' y'all, it's your boy Torae, live from Brooklyn, New York, Coney Island to be exact. And right now you checking out THEOREMATIC. Who gonna do the math?
Flick it up, mellow drop 60, shifty, low down gritty in. I'm just doing this till my city is the shit again. Drop out, bro.
You know what's crazy about my timing? I missed the glory days of the underground or the independent scene. And I think I was a little before like the internet buzz really popped. Is a weird space. Like I said, like, you know, when we did Click and Get It Done, myself and Sky Zoo and DJ Premier, you know, that was 2006, 2007. So that was just before like the blogs really became like the go-to place for people to discover new music. You know, there was still like hip hop sites, like Hip Hop Site, like Hip Hop DX or Hip Hop Game or allhiphop.com. Those sites were like the go-to place, but they weren't really breaking artists like that. You know, like guys got record deals because they were blog popular, you know, so we was kind of like right before that time. But all my OGs be like, yo man, if you would have dropped 5 years ago, we was getting $50,000 for a 12-inch. I was like, what?
Crazy budget.
It was like, yeah, just for a single. Yeah, we made $30,000 check just for the single.
The more often I rhyme, the more awkward you find it. To be accepted by the lyrical-minded individual, subliminal criminal conscience, making me numb now.
Well, that record that just opened up so many doors because a lot of people. I had prior to that record, I had did a 12-inch with my group, The Coalescence. When I came in 2006, it was with a group, The Co. And you know, we had been making our rounds in the indie scene, the underground. You know, doing the DJ Eclipse show and you know, having a piece of record and a vinyl and fat beats and things like that. But we hadn't like really broken through. You know, we were just one of many groups out there trying to get heard. But it was my relationship with a few people who knew DJ Premier that changed the dynamic for me. Preem got invited to a show. I'll give you the short, abridged version. Preem saw us perform live and was like, yo, I like Tour, I want to work with him. You know, we had been talking about doing something, and you know, the music, he knew the music. He was familiar with the music as a DJ and having his ear to the street. But it wasn't until he saw me perform that he really was like, yeah, I like that. I want to do something with him. And then that record changed everything. You know, people started calling back, and you know, that was the MySpace era, and people started MySpace inboxing, and yo, let me get in your top 8 and all of that. And you know, and what that did was, I had a project I was working on. It was going to be a mixtape, because that was the thing. You know, you put your mixtape out, even though it wasn't a tape and it wasn't mixed. But you know, you put your project out, you put it online, and then you let it do what it do. But because we did that 12-inch and it did so well, Fat Beats was like, well, what else do you have? And I was like, I got this project that I'm about to give away. And it was like, don't give it away if you can sell it. Like, you got one of the top selling vinyls of the year. So anything you put out now is going to sell. And so I just decided to take Daily Conversation, my debut mixtape, and package it in a way that we could sell it through Fat Beats. And ever since then, I've been, you know, a retail artist.
City back on this shit again. Let me find if they checking for who can spit again. While y'all's out there leaning again, crunk being bout it and turning up, I ain't never stopped.
I wanted to do the Kickstarter for a couple different reasons, because people had told me, like, yo, you should do a Kickstarter, you got X amount of fans, you should do it. But we all know how the perception of things in hip hop are, and I was just like, yo, that's like asking for money. Like, you know, for one, I don't ask anybody for anything, and for two, it's just like, I felt like it was a bad look for the brand. So it was a number of years that I would have been processing, like, do I do something like that? And for me, it was about trying to connect with the audience in a different way. You know, my last album, my solo album, came out in 2011, so it was a few years had passed. And things change, you know, every 6 months, you know, so you think 4 years, a lot of time has passed, a lot of things have passed. And I was just looking for a way to promote the record unconventionally, make sure that the audience felt like they were a part of it. You know, people always tweet me or message me or whatever, yo, this song, I played this song at my wedding, or I played this song in the gym or in the army, or whatever. So it's like, the music is impacting, it's a part of people's lives. How do I make sure that people understand that they're just as much as part of this process as my music is a part of their life and their process? And I felt like it would be dope to do something where the people could connect and feel like they helped me put it together. So Yeah, you know, we raised a little over $10,000 on the Kickstarter. That was a small piece of the actual budget, but you know, it was something that it enabled me to kind of give back to the people who have been supporting me for years and have them be a part of the album. And also, you know, again, for me, because people were talking about it and people were spreading the word, yo, Torae's doing a Kickstarter and these are some of the dope rewards and you should get down, or you know, we got to make sure he hits the 10,000 or I'm not going to get my reward. It just got the people talking about it. It built up the buzz. And that was part of the reason why I did it, was just to get, you know, a different way of marketing. Like, I don't have $1 million budget behind me to promote and market my product. So I got to think of different ways, you know, outside of the box to get people talking and get people involved.
I'm back for another go round on this merry-go-round. The living pen and giving you imperial sound. Turn the booth to a burial ground.
One part of the beat is just the hi-hat. One part of the beat is just the snare. One part of the beat is the loop or the chop or whatever. And then you might have chopped it 3 different ways, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be 10 different tracks that make the beat sound like what it sounds like. So when producers, 9 times out of 10, when they make a beat and they put all these different things together, when they send it to you, they just send a full wave of, everything together. But to get the best sound out of it, you know, it got to be broken up. So you'll turn the snare up, or it might be a certain place where you want to drop out the hi-hat and just let, you know what I'm saying, or bring out the drums and just let the sample ride. You know, like that's the way mixing goes. And so if you don't have all those different stems, it makes it more difficult to make the record really, really full and take it to where it should go.
Real talk, this is real as it get. The ones really getting shine ain't who really can spit. And ain't nobody really helping, they ain't giving you shit. On the real.
It's new. You know, I've been doing my own show for 2 years now, so it's still new to me. I will say that sometimes I feel like a little, like if people don't know I rap, I'd be like, yo, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny, the album came out and the program director was like, yo, we like a couple records, you know, so there's certain records that's actually on my station. So the first thing I get is, yo, why are you playing your own records? And I'm like, well, I'm not really playing my own records. Since I don't make these decisions. If so, I'll just be playing me and my friends all day. So that's one thing. And then the second thing is, and this is the one that really gets under my skin, and I gotta just learn how to, where people are like, yo, you went from being a DJ to a rapper, and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I've been rapping 50 years. You know, I'm like, Doug, I put out a record, you know, my first record 8 years ago, and I've been professionally putting out music for 10 years. So, you know, I tell people that I use the radio as a conduit to get to the different people. You know, I feel like my music got me but so far, and I wanted to go further, and I felt like SiriusXM was a dope platform to do that on. So I also have to understand that, you know, this is what you wanted. You wanted people to be familiar with you. You wanted people to know you. You wanted these records to be able to play on this platform, and you have to take everything that comes along with it, along with a lot of these people not being familiar. So, you know, it's funny. My man was telling me that he was talking to a chick he knew. I don't know if he was dealing with or whatever, and she was talking about this guy on the radio that was funny, blah, 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 Torae. And he was like, yeah, that's my man, he get busy. And she's like, nah, I'm not talking about no rapper, like he's the radio guy. And he's like, yeah, that's my man, like he get busy. So he had to put it on to the music, you know what I'm saying? So it's like 2 people in the same space that knew me from different walks. And it's cool, you know, I was in Boston in January, and I did a show out there. And it was weird because my man posted a picture. He got a shop out there called Laced. He posted a photo, and I feel like half the comments was like, yo, that's Torae, he's a dope MC. And the other half was like, yo, I listen to him every day, that's the tour guy.
Respect, humble, all people see is the shine. So I design lines illuminating they mind. Greatest in modern time, they tell you different, they lie. Been around the world.
Yeah, I just want to push it, you know, I just want to push Entitled as far as I can and make sure it gets to as many people as I can get it to. I think it's one of my doper projects. A lot of people saying it's my best work to date, and that's good because I think you should grow every project and every year. You know, like I've experienced more in life, I've done more, I've been more places, and I think that the music and the sound should reflect that. So, you know, of course, we're going to tour, we're going to go to Europe, and that's where our bread is buttered over there, so we definitely going to get that. And I'm always looking to build in the States as well. You know, my fan base in the States is there. I think sometimes a layup is maybe booking a radio artist for a promoter. So that's easy. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you take a risk with booking an artist like myself. But if you really do the work and promote it, you know, we'll pack out the venue just like anybody else. So I'm just working on doing more of that. Shout out to everybody over at VH1 in the breaks. You know that they had me in the breaks that dropped in January. I had a cool little part in that. So, looking forward to doing more with that now that it's been picked up as a series, and obviously doing radio and looking to move into television, hosting and acting. So
only body I got, you wonder why I'm winning, I'm grinning, wondering why not. Shit is clear as an eye drop. Every record I drop, that's hip hop. And your shit suck. Get off my dick top. Call him Reezy for Sheezy. My spit and make it look easy. Your breezy told me she need me. She on the camera, no TV. I motivate her like Jeezy. Illest with the flow. The title, the whole title. Whoever wasn't for show, let them know. They asked if I be kidding it. I had to let them know. They asked about